The Sunday school lessons for November 30th, 2025 are Ezekiel's vision and hope floats. Ezekiel chapter 47, verses 1 through 9 and verse 12. This is an audio reading of the lesson and lesson summary. Verse 1. The man brought me back to the entrance to the temple, and I saw water coming out from under the threshold of the temple toward the east, for the temple faced east. The water was coming down from under the south side of the temple, south of the altar. He then brought me out through the north gate and led me around the outside to the outer gate facing east, and the water was trickling from the south side. As the man went eastward with a measuring line in his hand, he measured off 1,000 cubits, and then led me through water that was ankle deep. Verses 4 through 5. He measured off another 1,000 cubits and led me through water that was knee deep. He measured off another 1,000 and led me through water that was up to the waist. He measured off another 1,000, but now it was a river that I could not cross because the water had risen and was deep enough to swim in, a river that no one could cross. Verses 6 through 8. He asked me, Son of man, do you see this? Then he led me back to the bank of the river. When I arrived there, I saw a great number of trees on each side of the river. He said to me, This water flows toward the eastern region and goes down into the Arabah, where it enters the Dead Sea. When it empties into the sea, the salty water there becomes fresh. Verse 9. Swarms of living creatures still live wherever the river flows. There will be large numbers of fish because this water flows there and makes the salt water fresh. So where the river flows, everything will live. Verse 12. Fruit trees of all kinds will grow on both banks of the river. Their leaves will not wither, nor will their fruit fail. Every month they will bear fruit, because the water from the sanctuary flows to them. Their fruit will serve for food, and their leaves for healing. A brief summary. Ezekiel was shown a vision of a supernatural river beginning as a trickle from under the threshold of the temple, flowing southeast toward the Dead Sea. As the waters progressed, they became increasingly deeper until, at a distance of 4,000 cubits, about 2,000 yards or a little over a mile, the depth was over Ezekiel's head. No one could cross without swimming. Ezekiel's vision presents a fantastic picture of hope and new life to the Jews surrounded by desert. A great number of trees grew on each side of the river. The river entered the Dead Sea, whose waters became fresh, a remarkable prospect since the Dead Sea, the deadest body of water on earth, is 5 to 10 times saltier than normal ocean water. And in this restored sea will be a large number of fish, so many, in fact, that boats aren't even needed. The sea will still have swamps and marshes. These areas will retain their salty character. One must be near the river of life to gain its benefits. Fruit trees line this river, yielding food. These extraordinary trees have no dormant cycle, since the leaves will not wither. Instead, the trees are always producing an inexhaustible supply of fruit. Every month, instead of every year, they blossom and produce, and the trees will never lose their leaves. This is good because these leaves have healing properties and can be used for medicine. The river coming from the temple reminds us of the streams of living water promised by Jesus. By sacrificing himself for us, Jesus sent the refreshing and renewing Holy Spirit. Thank you very much for listening. Stay safe and may God bless.